Go.
Hello everybody, it's Lisa tuning in, well I hope you guys are tuning in, live 9 p.m. Eastern Thursday. That means that it is our live video for our family world. Take a quick note though, that next week we're actually going to be tuning in live on Wednesday instead of Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, so make sure to mark your calendars. So for all you Canadians out there, Canada Day is only a week away, or about a week and a day away, and so today we decided to make some cupcakes that are Canada Day themed. They're actually our cherry vanilla cupcakes, and they're so delicious. And today I'm going to teach you how to make the special cherry icing for it. It's really not hard at all. All you need is, if you want to take a look here, some powdered sugar. Not even a full jar, you're only going to need a couple of maraschino cherries and some butter. And also, actually, that's something I forgot to take out of the refrigerator to have it prepped. Either some almond or vanilla extract, whichever one is your favorite. Today I'll be using some vanilla extract. So let's begin. Really not hard at all. You're also going to need an electric mixer. I also have a standalone mixer that I like using for my icing. But we're in the midst of moving, and so everything's being packed, and it was way too heavy to take out of the box. So I decided to go for my hand mixer, which works just as well, and is also really light and a lot more convenient sometimes. So what you want to do whenever you're starting a good icing is you want to make sure that the icing is softened, but you don't want it to be melting off of its wrapping. When it's too soft, it gives off this really weird consistency as well. So you just want to make sure that it's still somewhat whole, or else, oh, and don't worry, my hands are completely clean. But what I was saying is that when it's a little too soft, once you start mixing it, you're gonna start seeing clumps in your icing, and that's not what you want at all for it. You want a nice, smooth consistency. So you just drop it in a larger bowl. I'm just gonna rinse my fingers a little bit. To make things easier for me, just so that I'm not going into just one large stick of butter, so I go for a butter knife and I just kind of slice them just like so. Okay. I'm just putting in take a look here. I'm just putting together my mixer. So this one will go here, and this one goes here. It's so convenient, and this one is so powerful. I was so impressed when I got it. Again, because it's so lightweight, incredibly convenient. But I do love my standalone mixer. Okay, and then you want to put in the icing sugar a little bit at a time. So I put about a third of it in. And then you want to start at medium. Little bit slower than that. It's gonna be flying everywhere. That is totally normal. That's why you want to start kind of low until everything gets worked in together. Okay, so you see everything is kind of working in together? Okay. Then you're gonna stop that. Then you're gonna wanna take some maraschino cherry juice. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons in total. Whoops. Look at me making a mess. Let's see if I can do it like this. Okay, I'll wipe off the counter after. Do you guys see my mess? If that were my husband who did that, I would have been so mad. But because it's me, I get away with it a little bit more. And he's nodding in agreement, or kind of rolling his eyes as I say it, because he knows it's the truth. So you want to add in 1 tablespoon of your cherry juice, because you want to get it as moist as possible for now, just to get everything mixed in there. Okay, and now I'm going to add a bit more flour. Not flour, sorry, powdered sugar. Where's my head right now? Also, just take note that the full recipe is on ourfamilyworld.com, and I actually half the recipe that's from what's on the actual. I'm all tongue-tied today because I'm still upset that my allergies are still kicking in and we're already almost July. The full recipe is on ourfamilyworld.com, and I half the recipe for the live video sake because I didn't need as much icing because I already had a batch ready. So you see the smooth consistency, and because my butter wasn't too soft, I'm not getting those horrendous clumps that can happen when the fat kind of separates itself from the icing. Okay, so that's nice and mixed. Now we're gonna take another tablespoon of the cherry sauce. Still making a mess, husband? No? And then, actually, you add in the cherry sauce, mix it in a little bit more. Look at that color. So for Canada Day and our dessert theme, we wanted to adhere to a red and white and maple leaf type of decor for our cupcakes, and we really thought that these cupcakes and this icing was just the perfect thing. Okay, we're gonna add in bit more. And now the powdered sugar, always in icing, even when you're just making a regular buttercream, you're never gonna have it exactly, you're never gonna work with exactly 2 cups or exactly 2 tablespoons of milk, let's say. You always wanna go with your gut feeling, let's say. So get to know the icing consistency that you're aiming for. Do you want it more stiff, especially if you're stacking and layering cakes, or do you want it a little more soft? It really depends what you're using the icing for. So get to know your icing is, I guess, what I'm trying to let you know. And this is really sweet. Kids are gonna love this. All right. So make sure that's all blended in. For a little bit of flavoring, I'm gonna add just a tad bit of vanilla, just a little bit. I don't want to add too much because I don't want it to be too sweet, and I also don't want to alter the color of the icing too much. You could also opt for sure for the clear vanilla extract, and even the almond extract would be really great for that too. So I'm just increasing the speed just to get it mixed a little bit more. Since none of the powdered sugar is flying out, I can definitely increase the speed. Speed has a lot to do with the clumps forming in your icing or your buttercream, whichever one you make. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So it's how melted your butter is, and also the speed of your mixer. So this is a really good consistency because this is going to be topping the cupcake. All right. That out. Okay, that's pretty good. Look at that. When you're getting stiff peaks like that too, this would actually be really good for stacking cakes as well, in my opinion. All right, let's just clean up the space a little bit so that we have clear view of what we're going to do next and how we're going to decorate everything. All right. If you tuned in last week, you would have gotten my tip about icing and how I use my icing bags. So when I was in university and living on my own in an apartment, I was doing everything single-handedly. I had no help. My roommate and I seldomly cooked together. So one of the things that I learned from the internet, and actually my mother told me this one as well, was to take your icing bag when you're about to pipe and to put it in a tall glass so that you are hands-free when you're putting in your icing, and it's a lot neater. I would align a bunch because I loved making these rainbow cupcakes, and I would always have different colors, and it was just so much cleaner and so much neater. So this is the tip that I talked about last week when I was making the Father's Day crepe, when I was using the chocolate ganache. And now we're going to be doing it for the cherry icing. So let's release these. Okay. If my nieces were here, they would be all over this. But maybe we'll visit them over the weekend and give them a few cupcakes. Okay. And then all you have to do is put it in the bag that's in the cup. So you're not wrestling with your bag and your icing. This is a really, really great way to keep things neat and tidy. And especially, like I said, if you're doing this all by yourself and you only have your pair of hands to work with, it's ultra convenient. I love the color. And all of this just from maraschino cherry, just like the liquid from it. It's really, really great. Okay. And then all you have to do is lift it up from the sides. And then you're going to squeeze it down. Not squeeze just yet. You kind of shake it down until it's nearly at the tip. And then you squeeze it out just to get it started. Okay, and then we got it. So I made really large cupcakes for this weekend. Maybe I'll bring some left over to work. So you just ice it however you want. I usually like starting in the middle and working my way around. I'm just trying to cover all of the spaces that I got there. Okay. And then you take a cherry right on top. And I found this on a little greeting card. Happy Canada Day, eh? Let's do one more muffin just for the sake of showing you the consistency of the icing. I'm not muffin, sorry, cupcake. And then you just kind of go around. Okay. And then a cherry to top it off. And there you have it. So I hope you guys have a great Canada Day, or in about a week from now we're going to be Canada Day, and these are really, really great treats to work with. Let's do a little recap. So it's 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of powdered sugar, or about 2 cups depending on the consistency that you want. Again, you're going to have to eye it and really get to know the consistency of the buttercream or the icing that you want to be making. 2 tablespoons of maraschino cherry juice, and a little bit of almond or vanilla extract, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in for our live segment of ourfamilyworld.com. Don't forget to subscribe. You can always visit our blogs 24/7 for recipes and daily inspiration. And make sure, again, next Wednesday you tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern for our 4th of July recipe. Have a great night, folks. Bye. Thanks.